So, what to say about this map? Well, they're gonna spawn in here and on the other side, if I'm correct here. So you can get attacked from 4 sides. North, south, east and west. Pretty interesting. So, on this side, yeah, we got some nice platforms and metal up and down. So, almost 4 lanes pretty much to attack and defend. On the other side we have some platforms and some metal between the rocks, so hard to defend, easy to raid again. And on the top 6 metal in an open forest. Again, it's all very hard to defend metal spots and very easy to raid. So this is a very well, one reason why I very much dislike this map, but let's see how these guys do it, because these guys are of course the best of the best players in this game. AdmiralGeneral has probably won a lot of tournaments in PA over in the past years. Diskraip came up last year with PA League and really showed himself in the second division. So let's see what these guys are gonna make of this match. In white we have Admiral spawning in, opening bots and double air, and we're going bots again. Not completely surprising, even a third air factory. It's a very open map, it's a relatively big map, so air is very powerful and bots are very powerful. On the other side of the planet we have spawning in Diskraip, opening bots, double air bots. So pretty similar to what AdmiralGeneral is doing. And again, yeah, it's a good and solid choice. We already see some static defenses queued up from Diskraip. Like I said, this map is very hard to defend, so yeah, it's not strange to expect somewhat more static defenses here and there. We see them from Admiral as well. You queued them up everywhere. Like, yeah, go out and build those defenses, because there are a lot of small metal spots, and yes, those where 2 are close together, it's worth to build some single laser defense turrets against the masses of Darkses that are gonna be coming out. It's quiet opening, scouts coming out from both players. And the first scout is taken down by Diskraip. Very good, countering the scouts, giving Admiral no intel about what's going on. Ooh, we have a lonely boombot that's been scouted. But he can still do the kill, you know. There's still that undefended fabricator. But does Admiral he knows about? No, he doesn't know about it, but does he suspect it? No, oh, that was the bomber and the fighter. That's a shame. And we see the raiding parties from Diskraip coming up. AdmiralGeneral wisely protecting his fabricators with 1 Darks against those boombots that he sent out. Although they are not enough against 2 Darkses. Well, it's something that the one of the better players in the game actually do early on in the game. Send out 2-3 boombots with a scout to the enemy base, trying to snipe that lonely fabricator that's unprotected. And yeah, that's something that really can pay itself back easily if you can take out 1 or 2 of the early fabs that are expanding. Yeah, and to counter that we place a Darks just behind the fabricator to protect it. But as Diskraip is not doing boombots, the Darks aren't necessary. For now. We see some yeah, some small raiding going on up and down. Let's see what's going on. Our fabric count. Ooh, Admiral 3 fabricators versus 6 from Diskraip, 7 even. So Admiral really needs to rebuild those fabricators he just lost. He is ahead in 1 factory though. So he does have the extra build power. Needed. Eco-wise, Diskraip is ahead. It's not surprising after losing 3 fabricators for Admiral. That is definitely not deciding yet. Ooh, this is not gonna cost another fabricator. It's not going well for Admiral. Oh, and is the docks is missing. This is almost impossible. How is this even happening? Diskraip is noticing it, so he moved the docks around just so he could hit it again. He almost got the cloud up. Air fabricators from Admiral, they were not gonna survive long. Oh, and just in time was shut down. Diskraip. Here, very nice placing on the laser defense turret, protecting the base from immediate raids over the north side of the planet. It wouldn't be completely crazy to say let's just build a combat fabric and just send them here and start reclaiming stuff. Even though it's a bit out of your base, now these docks is probably going to take down fabric from Diskraip. I think Admiral has finally decided it's time for revenge. Is the air gonna confront? No. Quick look at the fabric army tab, noticing that Admiral still only has 4 fabricators, while Diskraip has 13. This is not good. This means that AdmiralGeneral is just slowly getting behind, although with 2 fabricators not doing anything. Tier 2 vehicles coming up from Diskraip. Let's see, does Admiral have one? Yeah, Admiral's going for tier 2 bots. Interesting choices. Well, it's a difficult map to say. It's vehicles are always nice to push into the base, but if the opponent can get some expansions up, then the slammers are very good at raiding on this map. And I wouldn't be surprised even if I'm lost the name. The swarms, how are they called? Wow, I'm terrible today with memory. The locusts, yes, the locusts. If I'm going to see some locusts from AdmiralGeneral, because they can wreak havoc on this base. We see very little defenses here. If you can just get in here, it's going to do massive damage, and with the turrets being so spread out, a locust could definitely do a lot of damage. We're noticing Diskraip's eco advantage is already pretty steady. Definitely with tier 2 eco coming up, AdmiralGeneral says catch up with that. His tier 2 is almost done. I'm hoping he's gonna rush out a tier 2 fabricator for himself, because else he's just gonna keep getting a bigger gap. And there it is, queued up, the tier 2 fabricator. He's gonna need that extra eco, and he is gonna need it soon. Because we're seeing that Diskraip has that eco advantage, and the expansions. He has those expansions, he has some static defenses here and there. And Admiral is really missing that. He has some expansions here, but nothing, no static defenses to defend them against the small dogs armies. Diskraip seems to be moving out. 4 or 5 levelers, couple doxes, couple lands. And AdmiralGeneral doesn't really have a counter for that yet. Although he's moving with slammers. So, going north. With a bit of luck he can stop those two bots, but I'm afraid he's gonna be too late for that. Let's take a look at the army that's moving out. We got a ping. Ah, yes, we noticed that. Army moving out. Air hasn't really had an air confrontation though. Let's take a look at the air counts. 46 fighters from versus 24. So AdmiralGeneral is pretty ahead in air with 6 air factories against... Oh, those are a lot of air factories. 6. So basically equal count of factories yet ahead. So this is good for Admiral. I was almost afraid he built too much air, but it's pretty even. It would be even time to add some bombers in there to take care of this army that's coming in. And I do believe we need more fabrics. Let's take a look. Well, fabric count is not as bad anymore. 8 fabricators for Admiral versus 10 from Diskraip. So he's catching up with 9 factories against 11 though. So factory count is a bit low. The bombers are out, so we should see the bombing run soon, but that's why we have the pip. And there they go. Now the question is Diskraip gonna respawn? Because he is behind in air. Or not anymore. Maybe you split up his air. No, he's still a bit behind. Some raiding from Admiral, very nice. Taking down some defenses, maybe even more metal. Ooh! Might even cost him his tier 2 fabricator if Admiral moves up. Armies are standing still. That's a long list of missed opportunity. Now the tier 2 is up and it's too late. Docks is getting bombed. Very nice. Maybe even an extra bomb. Yes! This is what I expect from Admiral. Air trades. Ooh. 28 versus 25, so it's pretty equal still. But the Galatas, ooh, yeah, all the anti-air. So the air trade in favor of Diskraip. We have another push from Diskraip coming up with tanks. And some nice raiding from Diskraip as well. So Diskraip seems to be in an advantage, equal-wise, but raiding. But Admiral with Slammer should still be able to push through in there. Taking advantage of the speed of the units. Advanced air factory from AdmiralGeneral. Oh, those air factories are going down, I assume. Slightly. Ooh. Yeah, this air trade is not going well. You knew you were behind, and you don't start the engagements. It seems AdmiralGeneral is slightly rusty. I don't know how much he's been playing lately, but either that or Diskraip is just playing exceptionally well. He has the minefields everywhere. He's really good at placing those static defenses consistently, and that is probably giving him a small edge over the other opponents, as we've seen today, who have always been attacking with the weaker units. Well, Diskraip's vehicles are arriving at the base, and are we seeing the tier fabric? No, he's staying alive for now. Let's take a look at this attack. This could be devastating for AdmiralGeneral. Is he gonna make it? Are they gonna push through? The factories going down. Are they focusing down the commander? No, they're not. there now. But they're too late for that now. There's too much there. Boombots coming in. A very good counter from AdmiralGeneral, getting those boombots out. It's well played. So AdmiralGeneral now putting up that vehicle factory, going for the tier 2 vehicle as well. He's noticing I'm gonna need them. I'm not getting past those defenses. He's gonna need those skitters in his armies to see the mines. And more tier 2 coming up from Diskraip. He's floating 400 metal versus 300 from AdmiralGeneral. We already got 2 vehicle factories done, 2 more coming in his way. This is a big production from Diskraip versus 1 advanced bot and 1 advanced air factory. Really showing that AdmiralGeneral is behind in production of those big units. Factory count, 13 versus 16. So that are those advanced factories, and he is really gonna need them. We got an air trade coming up. No, says Admiral. I'm pushing back, regrouping my air, taking down the advanced air fabric, and then continuing on trading. This is some very nice micro. Oh, air is done, but the advanced fabric is dead. That's the big win there. Because fabric count in general is still behind. Factory count as well. 14 versus 20 now. It's Admiral is still in the tough times. But the hope is, of course, that with tier 2 air he is able to recover. You know what, we're gonna do this. Because he's very actively playing with the air. Let's keep an eye on that. Oh, and he seems to be winning the air trade again. So he is now got the air advantage. And now he needs to take advantage of it. Take down those outer expansions with the kernels. And hopefully scrap away at the eco advantage Diskraip has while growing his own. Ooh, the boombots are not exploding. Now we need to counter those levelers coming into your base. So yeah, some minefields, definitely, why not? Both of you don't have the skitters in the army, so... And usually, you know, when you're building minefields, you should know, wait, there are mines in this game, let's add some skitters in that army. Even though AdmiralGeneral doesn't have them yet, but you know, you never know when people will build those mines. And you're never gonna see it in time. So the colonel's doing their work very nicely. These fabrics gonna get picked off. Most likely. We're really seeing that Diskraip is keeping that pressure up on Admiral. Again, getting through the defenses, taking down that eco. And he just has that superior unit production at this moment that he's taking advantage of it. Small armies from all sides pushing in. And the worst that can happen is that the Kestrels show up. But those Kestrels do take some time to take out levelers. So it's going good for Diskraip. Air trade again. And reaffirming the air superiority for AdmiralGeneral. And avoiding the docks as they're anti-air. They got some anti-air, and that against the Kestrels is still pretty nasty in these numbers. Look at this air production. 3 advanced air factories for Diskraip. He really wants back in that air game, and he really needs it to be able to push through and get that winning attack against AdmiralGeneral. Ooh, Hornets. This is an interesting choice. Hornets, of course, they fire missiles over long distances and can be very good for sniping, let's say, commanders, or taking down static defenses. Let's say tier 2. anti-air. But this push, this is devastating. There are no castles left. Too much anti-air in the army. Boombots just coming out one by one. We really need a small army of levelers and tanks just to wait it up. And we were able to take out that army, but at what cost, of course. If you have to throw your units at an attacking army one by one, of course you're going to be trading terribly. Eco count 270 versus 600. This is not good. Edmond does still have the air game, but he's not going to be able to keep it up with the production difference that this big. Factory counts are still pretty even, but in fabbers, in production, it's the difference is too big at this point for AdmiralGeneral, and Diskraip is just slowly gonna be eating his way through the expansions and into the base, factory by factory. And every small step is gonna bring him closer to victory. And this is a very painful game if you have to play on the losing side. It's, you know, you're gonna lose, but it's gonna take time. And then the question is, how can I win? Can I get that snipe of the commander? Do I still have enough eco for that? Can I get that nuke up? Do I have the bombers for it? And we can see that AdmiralGeneral is trying for the air snipe, but he just lost air superiority. This is something that should have happened a long time ago. And take a look at the base from Diskraip. You've got tier 2 anti-air, so the flag. We got the spinners over here. Let's see. So there's a lot of anti-air in this base. So a bombing run is just not in the cards for AdmiralGeneral. Okay, and this seems to be a good game. Leveler straight to the commander. GG's up, and there goes the commander. This was a good game. Well played, guys. But eventually Diskraip's small advantage at the start just became somewhat bigger and bigger and bigger. Even though AdmiralGeneral had the air advantage for most of the game. And yeah, he says so hard. It was definitely hard. I would understand, because AdmiralGeneral kept fighting, and he did a great job of it.